Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. So in this video, I will be following up with my previous KIT video on the recent results and regarding the rights issues. Okay, so for those who are new to the rights issue or are unknown to it, KIT has recently raised proceeds in order to pay back their bridging loan, and they are doing this through private placement and preferential offering. So we will go through it and we will see what other good pointers out of the results for the private placement and look into what are the benefits with regards to preferential offering. Okay, so usually there are two types of placement. So firstly, there is the private placement and there is preferential offerings. So let me give a brief description of what are the differences. So private placement always occurs first. So like the name says, it is only for accredited or institutional investors that would have the benefit of getting this placement before the existing shareholders through preferential offerings. It is also a good way for shareholders to measure how confident are the big investors with the company. However, the bad thing is that it is diluting the existing shareholders. After the private placement, the next phase will be the preferential offering, which is to the rest of the existing shareholders, including normal people or small shareholders like us. So preferential offerings are for existing shareholders, where they are also offered at a discount for the purchase of these shares. If the existing shareholders do not buy, they will get diluted. So therefore, companies usually, when they issue rights, they would encourage the shareholders to buy by giving additional distribution for you to offset on the purchase. So in this equity launch, they aim not to raise less than 240 million. Currently, the placement issue price was at 40 and 77 cents for institutional investors. Private placement already went through, and good news is that there are very strong demands. So if we look at the next page of the report, you can see that as they have stated that the subscription was 4.2 times oversubscribed, which means for every 1 million shares that they offered, they had 4.2 million shares of requests to purchase at 47.7 cents. Of course, this is a very good thing because demands are coming from not only the existing one but new institutional investors as well. So because of this, the management have agreed to original issue of 262 to 269 million increased to 383 million, thus allowing them to raise more funds. Of course, bad thing for shareholders like us is that this means they are further diluting with more units. However, the good thing would be that they are able to raise more funds than expected. So after the private placement has been done, now it's time for us to do the purchasing. So now in this preferential offering phase, KIT has offered to shareholders at 46.7 cents. Means for every existing shareholders, every 100 shares would get 5 preferential offering unit, which is essentially 50 shares per lot. However, if you are confident with the company, you can always request to purchase excess shares. For example, if you're only entitled to buy 50 shares, you can actually request for access to buy 500 shares. This will depend on whether the company would give you the access or award you with these excess shares. In order to help the existing shareholders, KIT has declared a stub distribution, which is essentially extra money being distributed. They have announced a 1.24 cents per unit, which is essentially $12.40 per lot that we will be getting in the upcoming few days. So these extra money are meant for existing shareholders to purchase the rights issues, because if you do not purchase, you will naturally get diluted. Through the preferential offering, the total amount will be raised is about 116.6 million. On top of the private placement, the total will be about 300 million, where most of it will be used to pay for the bridging loan, and the remaining amount will be paid by other loan facilities that was mentioned by the management during their Q&A. Through these right issues, the total dilution would be about 12.7% of KIT's existing units. So let us take a look into their description to double check whether they have enough funds to maintain on the distribution. So if we look at the previous calculation, In order for them to maintain the same distribution, I'm taking a more conservative approach. This is through keeping my extra 15% of the distributable income required to maintain the dividend. This will equate to about 109 million, which still seems very comfortable for KIT with regards to the Q1 result. However, this is with the assumption that Q2 distributable income comes in as good as the Q1 result. So we'll have to see, and these are based on assumptions. So please take it with a pinch of salt. But in my opinion, I feel that this is enough buffer for them to maintain the distribution or even further increase, because based on the Q1 distributable income, they are only paying out the payout ratio at a healthy level of 74%. In conclusion, with the recent macroeconomic conditions such as the rising oil prices and the raising of electricity prices, KIT stand to benefit from all these conditions. The only negative thing about it is that if the utilities are being affected through the wars, this will definitely badly hit KIT. At this good preferential offering of 46.7 cents, this actually essentially brings about the dividend yield for KIT to be at the attractive yield of 8.2%. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment what are your thoughts with regards to the rights issues, and are you actually joining in purchasing the additional rights? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.